In the night I hear him talk, coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, she lost her soul to a man so heartless. How could you be so heartless? How could you be so heartless?
So we're back on the Festiva again. I'm gonna be swapping suspension over from my black car to this white car today. The black car already had new struts. It had Aspire front and rear hubs, which is bigger brakes. I already got the front strut assembly and knuckles out of the white car, and I'm actually going to, rather than modify this rear beam to fit the Aspire hubs, you have to oval out those holes just a touch. And I've already done that on the other rear beam. So I'm going to drop this whole rear beam out of the car and just put the modified one in and bypass part of that work. So in order to take the rear beam out the way that I want to, I have to get the emergency brake cable. It goes in right through here, right there. And there's a bracket that I got to get. And I also got to do some rust repair in the floor here. So I figured I might as well just come on out with, I guess, the entire interior of this rig. I'll take it out, clean the carpet up, and clean the ceiling up, and just really clean it all. So now I'm working on getting all this out, and then here soon the parts car will be here, and we can drop and go back together and at least have it rolling so we could roll it out of the shop tonight. All right, we got the rear beam out of it. Luckily, none of the bolts were any trouble to get out. So that was pretty good news. Got the e-brake cable out. There's a touch. I also got the carpet out. Touch of rust in the floor that wasn't all completely visible before. You know, there's some there. That wasn't visible. That's kind of ate up. But over there, it's in fairly good shape. Back here. But I think we're going to do a little rust repair and get that taken care of, get it solid again. And then I'll probably sound deaden the whole car inside the panels over there. See if I can quieten it down. I'm going to end up pulling the door panels off, sound deaden the doors. I might add 30 to 50 pounds to the car and sound deadener. But that's okay. We're not going for some all-out race car. I want something that's quiet and comfortable. And apparently sound deadening makes a pretty big difference in these cars. They must have not come up with a whole lot from factory. So we're gonna get that done. Gonna pull the rear shocks out probably next. And I've got a lot of work to do on this car because I need it back off the lift today. The sun's going down. I think it's 5 o'clock. And I still gotta pull everything from a parts car and swap everything to this one and then swap all this stuff over to the other one. I've got a fairly busy day left ahead of me. So wish me luck. We'll see what we can get done. Here is my parts car. I've already got the engine out. That's the blue one on the stand. It's got new struts with the Kia Rio top hats. There's the big Aspire brake booster and all kinds of goodies. The Aspire hubs, front and back. This one's an LX. Got the tachometer cluster in it, AC controls and all that. So now I gotta get a whole bunch of stuff out of it. Take all the front suspension, rear suspension, and put it on there, then put this on there. Hopefully make them roll by the end of the day. All right, got the front suspension dropped out of the black Festiva here. See, I got my new struts. These are the Kia Rio top hats. What makes these a little different than the regular top hats is apparently they have a bearing in them. These cars mostly don't come with power steering, and so the bearing helps with steering while stopped just a little bit. And I will say that they are worth it, and they're a lot easier to find than Festiva top hats. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the lower control arm off of the strut assembly here on both sides, and then I'll stab it. And next is gonna be pulling the interior out of this thing enough to get the e-brake cable and drop the rear beam. Well, I didn't get to film as much as I would have liked to of the process of swapping everything over, but I was kind of having to hustle to get things done. It's midnight now, but we have all of the white car's suspension, the original Festiva suspension, back over here. This has the original Festiva front and rear brakes and whatnot. Over here, we now have all the Aspire front brakes and rear brakes, as well as this one has new struts now, polyurethane, sway bar bushings, new lower control arms, and stuff that was just already in the other car. You got the new Aspire tie rod ends, which you have to do the Aspire swap. Overall though, it's mostly back together. I ended up just swapping rear beams completely rather than modifying that rear beam or this car's original rear beam. I just swapped them completely since they were both relatively, really easy to come out. So it just seemed like more sense just drop it, stick it over in this car. And I gotta say, it went pretty well. Hope you like what we're doing here with the Festiva. I do plan to get some Dart and Valiant content out fairly soon, but right now, this is what I've got, videos on and whatnot. So just bear with me. If you like it, great. Let me know if you like it. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you think of the little car here. What would you do with it if it was yours? But anyway, I appreciate you for watching. Have a good one. We're back on the Festiva build here, and we have a pretty engine. A SEMA build, Get some grease. Spray it over. I gotta get that off. I'm sorry, I've already messed up. That off the engine stand. So, bought another Festiva. It's like these engines were meant to be changed often or something. It works, it ain't stupid. It's tilted back. Oh gosh, dang it. I'll check back with you in a second. Quite a few seconds later, it's now almost midnight.